Dear participants, welcome to Augstsprieguma tīkls, also called AST Investor Webinar. We will start with company's presentation and continue with a live Q&A session. To join the discussion, please submit your questions through the Q&A window below the presentation. The session is being recorded and will be available for rewatch shortly after the call. Let me now introduce you to our hosts, Rolands Tīkls, Chairman of the Board, and Gatis Junhans, Member of the Board of AST. I am now passing over to the presenters.
Thank you, and welcome everybody at our investors webinar. So today we will present our results from the next year and our achievements both on financial side and implementing our strategic goals. So a little bit about AST as a group. So we are owned by Ministry of Climate and Energy of Republic of Latvia, so 100% state-owned company. We are also a regulated public company, so our main services regarding transmission services is fully regulated. So our weighted average cost of capital is set by the regulator, and it's currently 2.72%. This year, we plan to submit new tariff proposal to the regulator, and the regulator has a new methodology for this WACC calculation, and therefore we expect that the WACC could increase in the coming years. And WACC, our profit at the end of the day is calculated based on a regulatory asset base, which currently is more than 400 million euros. We have also very good credit rating, so long-term credit rating from Standard & Poor's Global Ratings is A-. We also have green bonds. That's why we have stock listed on Nasdaq with green bonds, 100 million euros. And from the end of last year, we also have a loan contract for 80 million euros. But this loan currently is not used, so we will use this during this year for the investments when this will be necessary. We are also majority shareholder of Latvian gas transmission and storage operator, Connexus Baltic Grid, with 68.46% of capital shares. And we are 1/3 owner also of Baltic Regional Coordination Center, which is a company established by 3 Baltic TSOs for transmission service, cross-border service cooperation. We have very good evaluation last year from different outside award providers. So we have Sustainability Index Platinum Award, and in ICT competition in Latvia, we have this Platinum MOS Award for our balancing system development. A little bit about the numbers. So the gas storage in Latvia, which is owned by Connexus Baltic Grid, is the capacity of 2.3 billion cubic meters. The gas transmission system length is more than 1,000 kilometers long. And transmitted gas during last year was in the volume of 25.2 terawatt hours. And regarding electricity, we have 500,000 kilometers of transmission lines, 141 substations, and total transmitted electricity last year was 6,000 gigawatt hours. And the total group assets value was 1.5 billion euros. So main priorities during the last year was related to our 5-year strategy, which is from 2021 to 2025. And the main directions for this strategy is safe electricity grid operations. The main goal here was the synchronization. So the last year was the year before the synchronization. So all the focus and main focus was given to the synchronization projects, getting ready both on technical level, on IT level, and on human resources level to be able to successfully synchronize in February 2025, which was very successfully done without any interruptions of the services. So almost perfectly according to the plan. So we increased, last year increased also readiness to emergencies. It's also related to synchronization because there is higher risks both on physical level and IT level, and therefore also a high priority of cybersecurity during the last year. Green transformation. So last year there was big developments regarding the renewable generation capacities, a lot of new contracts and, for connection to the transmission network. And also we are developing the green substation project in Tarnikava, which contains new technologies, greener than the ordinary substations that we have. In digital transformation, we have different internal projects regarding change management, process improvements, operations of IT integration, and there as well was several very important IT projects also related to synchronization. For example, Baltic Balancing Capacity Market Platform, which we developed during last year and which was ready this year for the opening of Baltic Balancing Market in February. And high priority is also our employees, because to reach all these targets that we have in strategy, we have high qualified, highly motivated human resources, and therefore high focus during this strategy period and during last year and also this year is engagement of the employees and growing their competences and skills and creating the company as a very successful and effective team. So main accomplishments from last year. So synchronization with continental Europe was the main focus, as I mentioned before. The biggest projects related to that was Valmiera Circle in the power line, which was completed. The reconstruction was completed last year in June and put in operation. Last year, we were active in constructing synchronous condensers at Globinja. It was completed already last year, and continue construction of synchronous condensers in Ventspils and Līgsna substations. In Ventspils substation, it's also almost completed, so it's already connected to the system, and commissioning is expected during this month. And in Līgsna, we plan to finalize the project in October or November. So all these projects are going in line of initial deadlines. And last year, we also concluded a contract with Rolls-Royce for construction of electricity storage battery systems in Rēzekne and Tume. And it's planned that we will finalize this project also in this year, November, which will help us to ensure additional resources for balancing, and also will reduce the costs for the balancing for Latvian and Baltic users. And main achievement, of course, European operators at the end of the year confirmed Baltic readiness for the synchronization. So all this work which was done was evaluated very good from European operators' side, and this was the green light to go ahead with the synchronization on February 2025. Other accomplishments. So last year we were successful to attract EU funding. So from the European Recovery Fund, we attracted 73.2 million euros for development of electricity transmission network and synchronization. And also to promote the growth of electricity consumption in Latvia, last year there was adopted new legislation which gives us opportunity to give discount for new consumers who are connected to our grid. So we believe that there will be good development in renewable energy sources in Latvia, but we also would like to see good development on consumption side. new investments coming in our industry, and we see that the industry is in need for new connections, and therefore we can provide this type of incentive for them to come to Latvia and to connect directly to Latvian transmission network. Regarding sustainability, already mentioned, so there is this award of sustainability index where we got the platinum rating, and also got the Platinum Mouse Award for our balancing system. The implementation of Green Substation project was continued and is continued this year. And renewable electricity connections to the transmission system. Last year we signed 20 contracts. Some of them will be finalized this year. So the connections will be finalized this year, and we will start to receive electricity from newly constructed renewable energy power plants. Majority of these contracts will be finalized, the concession awards will be finalized during next year. So when we expect that in total we will have new connections during these couple of years in the volume of 2,000 megawatts, which is quite significant for Latvian current generation mix. So accomplished milestones and events. Additionally, here is electricity and balancing market development. So last year we introduced 15-minute trading on intraday market. Before that was 1 hour trading. And last year autumn we also joined to European trading platform MARI for manual frequency reserves. Here we are among the first countries in Europe, because not all European countries already joined the MARI platform. And since April this year, we already joined also the tīkls platform. And last year we worked on this Baltic balancing capacity market platform. We finalized this work early this year. So this platform was ready for Baltic balancing market opening on February, just before the synchronization. Regarding the accomplishments of Connexus, so also Connexus invests in green transformation. There was first injections of biomethane into interconnected gas system, and also the start of construction of new biomethane injection points and point in Juste. So there was also respective amendments in energy law entered in force, and amendments to the regulations to use of Inčukalns facility entered into force. For example, from this year, there is a possibility for 5-year auctions for Inčukalns gas storage, and the first auctions at the beginning of this year was already successful. So there is new products in the market, so more opportunities for the company and for the service users for the Inčukalns gas storage. Regarding the volumes of electricity transmitted to end users, here we can see very big stability. So no big changes during recent years, especially if we compare last year and 2023. But here we have to take into account that there is very fast-growing self-consumption from prosumers on district of system operators level, because last year there was very high growth of solar connections at consumer level to the distribution level, which means that actually we think that the electricity consumption actually is growing during last year, but the transmitted electricity volume, which is transmitted to the transmission network, is stable. So despite the fact that there is a lot more self-consumption on consumers level. And electricity generated in Latvia by its type. So here you can see that we are constantly very high in the last 3 years of renewable energy proportion in our generation mix. There was a very slight decrease in the last year, but I think that the most important here is to watch the trend, and I think the trend will continue that higher and higher share of renewables will be in our generation mix, which is already very high. Some deviances year by year also are highly impacted by the climate situation. So if there is more water in the Daugava River, then we have more production from hydropower plants. But in the coming years, it's obvious that we will have more solar energy in our network, and also the wind energy is coming up. Regarding the Connexus Baltic grid, the key facts are that the transported gas volumes are decreasing already since 2021. In 2022 and the coming years, it's also related with the Russian invasion into Ukraine. So there was very high gas prices, which had an impact also on the consumption. But regarding the underground gas storage, the results are still quite good. So we can see that 2023 and 2024 are with the volumes, they are higher than, for example, 2022 and 2021. So there is a stable usage of underground gas storage. Underground gas storage every year is sold fully through the auctions. But not all the capacities which are sold are used. But if we think about how the capacities is sold on the market, then they are sold every year. In last years, 100%. Regarding the group's financial figures, then regarding the revenue, there is a slight decrease for AST, the revenue from 2024 comparing to 2023. This is mainly due to the reduction of congestion revenue usage to cover operative expenses of AST. So last year we used just 4.5 million euros, comparing with previous year when we used more than 14 million euros. Group's revenue and EBITDA increased, so these are very good results. Respectively, the revenue increased to 259 million euros, and the EBITDA increased to 108 million euros. And the group's profit also consequently increased to 22.7 million euros from 10.2 million euros a year ago. And the AST as a company's profit increased to 14.8 million euros comparing with the year before when it was 11.2 million euros. The group's capital structure, here you can see the quite fast-growing asset value, total asset value. This is mainly related to the investments, also investments related to the synchronization. We also can see that the equity numbers, and so the equity for the group, it's 42%, compared with the liabilities 58%. And the capital structure for AST, the equity is lower, 38%, and the liability is 62%. Here we have to take into account that in the liabilities, what is counted in is also the received financial finances from EU funds. So it's not all the borrowings. And if you look on the borrowing side, then we see that for AST it's stable. We have these 100 million euro green bonds. And for group, the borrowings are decreasing year by year. So the rest of the borrowings for the group is 67 million euros borrowings for Connexus Baltic grid. Then about capital investments during last year. So you can see here very huge investments in electricity transmission system. So 162 million euros. So very, very big increase if you compare year before. This is mainly due to investments related with synchronization project. Transmission line, Valmiera-Cirgulina, synchronous condensers, batteries, and so on. So these are the highest investments in AST history if we look on annual numbers. There is also growth in investments for gas transmission network, and there is for gas storage network, for gas storage and little decrease for gas transmission network. So largest projects for gas transmission segment is infrastructure maintenance, anti-corrosion treatment, and isolation material renewals, so mainly the maintenance of the system, and also the SCADA transmission control system upgrades. And for the gas storage system, there is underground gas storage modernization projects, gas well maintenance, new equipment for gas compression, and also the SCADA storage control system upgrades. So financial ratios and borrowings, as mentioned before, green bonds, 100 million euro. We also have overdraft 2 million euro, which is not used at the moment, and already mentioned before, we have loan contract from last year, 80 million euro, which is also currently not used, but there is an option for us to use it during this year for to conclude the synchronization projects during this year. Regarding equity, already also mentioned, so for AST it's 38% and for group it's 42%. Net borrowings EBITDA ratio is 0.8 for AST and 0.7 for group. Total liquidity for AST is 1 and for group it's 0.9. And fixed rate borrowings for AST it's 100% fixed, so the green bonds. For the group, it's 76% is fixed rate borrowings. And all financial conditions, including the commitment agreements, are fulfilled, and available credit line is just to ensure liquidity. So coming to non-financial report, so it is based on our strategy from 2021 to 2025. Where there's financial goals, energy security, both the power supply, sustainable and efficient governance, and responsibility toward employees and society. And so there is main goals are related to ensure financial stability and financial risk management. For energy security, the main goal was this synchronization, which is almost 100% completed, just finalized this year, the final investment projects. So power supply focused on innovation and safe operation, sustainable and efficient governance focused on modernization of governance and cost optimization, and responsibility towards employees and society is a safe, innovative working environment, improvements in employee commitment, and social responsibility towards the public. So last year was the first year when for which we have to report on the new standards. So we did a big job to evaluate our value chains. So for the supply chain, for businesses, what we have. For the end users, end of life cycle and resources. So we did all this job to analyze our value chains through this platform, and I will not probably go in detail in all these aspects. Last year, for reporting purposes, we also evaluated this double materiality. So, which are the main aspects which we have to evaluate and focus on regarding sustainability and double materiality. And so, analyzing the impact materiality and financial materiality, we came to a list of most important aspects where we have to put focus regarding the sustainability activities. And those are mitigation of the climate change, energy safety and health of employees, biodiversity and ecosystems, incoming resources, secure employment, working hours, land-related impact on the community and corporate culture. So non-financial groups strategy goals, main goals from this strategy period is the green transformation and social responsibility towards employees and society. And regarding the green transformation, so our main focus is to ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. So for us, this is easy because we are the electricity operator. So this is our core function to ensure this. And therefore, our focus as well is on how to ensure this access to the energy and make it affordable and sustainable for next generations. And here the main activities is this environmentally friendly green substation project, system readiness for green electricity energy. So last year we concluded a lot of contracts, and this year we are opening for new applications for connection to the network. Then efficient dispatch center construction. So this project is also ongoing since last year when we concluded the contract for construction. And first phase is completed already in these projects, and the work started in the second phase. So we expect that our new dispatch center will be completed during next year. And implementation of measures to reduce the carbon footprint as well. There is different activities on this side. And regarding social responsibility towards employees in society, we every year evaluate employee satisfaction and engagement and develop the plan for improvement in this regard. And also we focus on occupational safety, excluding serious accidents due to employer's fault. We are operating with a highly risky infrastructure, and employee safety is a very, very high priority for us to exclude serious incidents in the workplace. That's from my side, and now I will pass the presentation to my colleague Gatis Johans about development plans.
Nice, thank you. Yeah, main points about our future development plans. The main focus of our previous 5-year strategy was independence and security of our energy system, and the focus of next 5-year is integration of large-scale renewable generation in our system and facilitation of electrification of the Latvian economy. And here on the slide you can see the currently approved investment plan of AST for the next 10 years. In 2025 you can see the last year's investment plans from the current 5-year strategy, where we finalize our synchronization projects. So finalizing 3 synchronous condensers and a large-scale battery is included in investments in 2025. Further on average 35 million euros per year is mainly investments in reconstruction of substations and transmission lines to strengthen and secure stability of our system. In parallel to these investments, what this picture does not tell is our activities for connecting renewable generation. So we are currently in a process of connecting 20 plus new generation facilities, and these, in most cases, this means also constructing new substation for connection point, but these are not included in this investment plan, since these costs are covered by developer of renewable generation. And also in future investment plans, what you will see is also our investments in further transmission grid developments, specifically force interconnection between Latvia and Estonia, And also fifth, interconnection between Latvia and Lithuania and strengthening of a grid in the western part of Latvia. This will also, in the nearest future, will be included in our investment plans and might largely double our investment plans for the next decade. With regards to renewable generation integration, here on a slide you can see the current and the forecasted connections in Latvian grid. We have currently active 4 gigawatts of generation reservations, and we have active 23 contracts for building connection points for solar and wind generation. Also, due to recent changes in legislation, this summer we will also open possibilities to issue additional generation connection reservations for up to 5 gigawatts, and this will further open up this renewable generation development trend. With regards to grid development, I want to mention 2 nearest major projects. So one is interconnection between Estonia and Latvia, which will, in addition to integration of energy markets, will also play an important role in the future connection of offshore wind generation to our grid. Currently, we are, together with Estonian transmission grid operator, studying technical solutions for this interconnection, and will further proceed with environmental impact assessment in 2026. Overall, this 4th interconnection, we expect to commission it by 2032, 2033. Another project of high importance is 5th interconnection between Latvia and Lithuania. Also will include a new construction of a new 330 kilowatt line from Ventspils to Brocēni. This is also a very important project which we plan to commission by 2030. And this will play an important role for both integrating additional renewable generation capacity in our grid, and also will open possibilities to further integrate our grid with European power market. This is it from our side.
So it's time for questions and answers from my side. So I will stop the sharing the presentation.
Indeed. Thank you. We will start with the 2 questions that we have received prior to the call. What are the conclusions after disconnecting from Brel?
Yes, I will start with this, and that's to complement my answer as well. So the first is about the security of supply. So everything during this disconnection from Brel went very well. So we also tested our isolated island mode, and the test was very successful. So this means that even if something happens sometimes between Lithuanian and Polish interconnector through which we are synchronized, we are completely able to provide a secure supply of electricity even in such an island mode. So this was very good test as well. And after this, we synchronized with continental Europe. The synchronization is uninterrupted since February, and working very good. After the synchronization, we also started, or just before the synchronization, we started this multi-balancing market, Baltic balancing market is also working effectively, so there is enough capacities on this market provided. The prices currently are relatively high and volatile. You can see the higher prices in some periods and then the lower prices. But this is a very, very good opportunity for all the market participants to participate in this balancing market and to increase liquidity of the market and so stabilize the prices during the next period. So this market is very new, but the good thing is that it works effectively and then ensure the necessary capacities for the balancing. So basically, I think that's the main conclusions about the disconnection from REL and connection to Europe. So far, everything is going according to the plans which was before.
Thank you. How would you comment the Spain and Portugal power system blackout? What can we learn from their experience, and are there enough investments made into Latvian infrastructure to avoid similar disruptions here?
Yeah, after disconnecting from REL, our system is working securely and with confidence, and we feel it also from industry, because before disconnecting, we received questions about the possible impact from REL side, whether this impact is there and how high risks are. These topics are off the table, and also in light of blackout in Spain, we feel that we have secured our system also from the frequency oscillations that were observed in Spanish power system. And we also got confirmation from ourselves that our analysis of necessary infrastructure and processes that we implemented to operate system in a further part of synchronous systems, that all the measures are adequate. In Spanish power systems, there were, of course, additional challenges. Latest news is that there were not two, as initially reported, but even three major disconnections of generation centers, generation power plants. And typically, system operators, especially in island mode, are ready to cope with one major incident, maybe two. But in Spanish power system, the system had to deal with three disconnections, and this could be a decisive challenge for Spanish system. But detailed report is yet to be received.
Thank you. We also have one online question. Have there been tangible benefits for the company of doing the additional assessments and reporting on the value chain and double materiality?
Thank you for the question. I think there is probably no tangible benefits for reporting, because reporting itself doesn't give direct and tangible benefits. But I think it was beneficial for the company in the way that it's a very good structured way how to better understand this sustainability issues, better evaluate our performance, and it's also good for future planning. So to understand where we have a higher impact, where we have this materiality, and therefore this helps in structured way to plan our activities for the future, especially now when we have to design our new strategy, where to put our focus, where to put our efforts in the future to improve our sustainability performance. Therefore, probably no tangible benefits, but good structured way how to plan our work for future benefits for the company and sustainability.
Thank you. All questions have been addressed. Participants, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.